So guys, this is the first video in my new video series explaining misconceptions and biggest takeaways and the key things that I've learned through working with 3DMJ, rocking the 3DMJ shirt. So if you guys don't know who they are, definitely check them out. Google, YouTube, you can go around their site. They put up frequent videos too on their YouTube channel. But we're going to go over training, nutrition, and also supplementation, things I've learned myself and also through them. The training and nutrition is more so through them. Supplementation is my own personal kind of journey. And this first video is about training, okay? This has been the biggest. I've been working with Jeff Alberts, he's my coach, for roughly 11 weeks now. And prior to starting my program with him, I was a very high volume trainer. I would train probably between 15 and 24 sets per body part. For things like biceps and triceps, obviously I would train a little bit less, between like 12 and 15 sets. And just went for the pump. Didn't really pay a ton of attention on progressive overload other than like the bench press, the deadlift, and the squat pretty much. So I mean, my training was a lot better than most people, but it wasn't straight periodized. And the way that we work together is he sends me my protocol, and it includes my nutrition and cardio and everything, but it sends me a periodized program, and then I input my weights, and then it spits out projected weights that I should use, so that way I go in with a game plan. So I would, first of all, to anybody, whether you're a beginner, novice, or advanced lifter, follow a periodized program and really focus on just getting progressively stronger. Progressive overload is the ultimate key to success in gaining muscle and getting stronger as well. And the key takeaway, which you'll see by the title of this video, is less is more, right? Like I was talking about my prior training and the insane amount of volume that I used to do. And now I'm doing between 6 to 8 sets per body part, depending on the day. You guys know I used to follow in 2013 the PHAT routine, which was popularized by Layne Norton. He's the one that created the program. And then I did my own spin-off of it in 2014 during contest prep, and I did the upper-lower off, push-pull legs off. And that's basically the routine that Jeff gave me. So it's pretty interesting that it's just a lot less volume, probably 50% of the volume that I'm used to. As I said, 6 to 8 technically sets per body part, and each week is increasing in volume, so you're getting a progressive overload and you're lifting heavier weights, and it's just really structured, and I really like that. And another thing is, you don't have to train to failure. That was a big mistake that I made. You know, I have my old lifting book actually right here from when I first started lifting. The first page is January 10th, 2012. This was my junior year in high school. I weighed 179 and my bench press was 185 pounds. That was my 1 rep max. And that wasn't when I first started lifting. That was after about 2 years. But now you look at me, I'm about 215 pounds and my bench press is about 330. So I nearly doubled my bench press, putting on about 35 to 40 pounds depending. You know, it's a good feeling. So I've made crazy progress, and my deadlift just went up about 200 pounds, maybe even a little more. Yeah, definitely more. But that's besides the point. I'm not here to brag about my numbers because, quite frankly, I don't powerlift, so it's not like a huge thing. It's just kind of another notch under my belt to say that I've increased my strength by so much while putting on size. So you don't need to train to failure. And let me explain this. When I first started lifting, I would always train to failure, and recently I've been kind of overreaching because I've worked so hard. I didn't really have any deload weeks, and I've been training for about, there was 1 week where I was sick, so my workouts were kind of a little bit lighter than I'm used to. Basically a form of daily undulating periodization, DUP training. If you guys don't know really what that's about, just go ahead and Google it. And it's almost like the RPE scale too. So it's based on like how I felt that day. So I had to use lighter weights for about a week because I was really sick. Not a big deal, but lately I've been overreaching, and it's like I reach failure. Specifically on the incline bench, I notice it. and you just hit that wall. Because when you go to failure, you're stimulating your central nervous system, and you're fucking zapping that, and you're not able to recover. And then your sets after that are really, really, really fucking you up. So, say you do 200 pounds on the bench press. We're going for like sets of 5, okay? Sets of 5. We're doing 4 sets of 5 with 200 pounds, we'll say. So the first set, you do 5 reps. Next set, you really push out and you get 5 reps. The next set, you end up getting 2 because your nervous system was so like shot. And then you do like another 2 reps, right? So we'll just go, because in both scenarios the weight's going to be the same. So you did 14 reps with 200 pounds, right? So that'll be 2,800 pounds of volume, right? Say the same scenario, instead of going to failure on that set, you ease back a little bit. So you do 200, you do 5, you do 4 instead of 5, and then you get 4, and then you probably get another set of 4 because you weren't going to failure. So that would be 4, 8, 12 plus, so that would be 17 times 200. That would be 3,400 pounds of total volume for that exercise. So that just goes to show you, by you not going to failure, yeah, you're not hitting your rep range still, but you're still increasing volume over what you would have done if you went to failure. So and that totally ruins the rest of your workout too. I've noticed that personally. So use about 95 to 97% of the weight you should use, and just go from there. You know, it'll be, there might be a couple times where you have to stop short when you have something in the tank, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. It'll keep you progressing, keep you able to recover for that next workout and for the next coming sets. So less is more, guys. That's a big take home from this message. If you're doing less volume, it's not a bad thing. It's not that you're not working hard. You'll be in and out of the gym within like an hour and 15 minutes. Obviously, you have to prioritize on weak body parts, but I could go on and on about training too. So I'm going to cut this video out right now. I'll probably do like a part 2 to this or something like that, or a continuation, and then we're going to do the nutrition part 2. That's going to be next. So be sure to like this video, and I'll see you guys in that next video. Peace out.